I don't know why you'd spend money on that. This one's just as good. I don't know what the f you're thinking. I don't know. I think it shoots like 8 grand.
Tonight on Pew View, it is 110 degrees out here and feels really wet, so we're gonna see how well I can hold on to a 2011 with wet hands and swamp ass. No, but really, I love 2011s and I love John Wick. You guys also happen to love, and we do John Wick's pistol, and this one happens to be his new one in the new series Ballerina. It's got the little island barrel up front there, you know, so you can track your front sight better. I don't know. It looks super cool though. I like when people do that, like the Staccato XL, just because you got less slide mass and it seems to recoil less. Obviously, you got less mass going back in your hand, you get less muzzle flip.
Yes, science!
Most of that weight is staying up front of the pistol, so although it's not ported or comped, it is very controllable. We're gonna run the shit out of this thing. See if it's John Wick worthy, you know?
Get this man a gun.
Does that work? Oh, it's gonna be a rough day. We're gonna see how well this grip really works with soaking wet hands though, right? Everything's wet, man. Drop that little hands a little bit. Give me a beeper.
Ready? Stand by. 164.
I grabbed that so weird. I was like... Now, before we go any further, we need to thank today's sponsor, We the People Holster. Now, I'm sure if you guys are familiar with the channel, you watch the videos, you have probably seen this rig, this exact same setup multiple times on the channel. I've been running this thing for damn near 2 years now, and I absolutely love it. Any 2011 or 1911 I'm running with an X300, I use this setup. And in case you haven't noticed, 2011 with an X300 is my favorite setup. So this thing gets a lot of use. We the People has been a sponsor of the channel for quite some time now. I absolutely love their stuff. This rig setup is very inexpensive, so I don't feel bad when I come out to the range and beat the shit out of it because it holds up just fine. All American Kydex, everything made right here in the US of A. Everything's super inexpensive and they got a little bit of everything. They got merch, bacon, jerky, mag pouches, belt setups, any holster outside the waistband or inside of the waistband, they got a little bit of everything. So whether you're looking for duty carry, something to go shoot competition with, or just something to conceal carry, We the People probably has you covered. And if you use code PEWVIEW25, you're gonna save 25% on your entire order. So use the link down in the description below and be sure to use that code. Save some money. Times are tough. Use the codes. Anyways, let's get back to it. Thank you, We the People, for sponsoring another video.
Should we do a race? $800 gun versus $8,000? All right, so Nick and I are out here playing around, and he has an $8,000 gun, and I have an $800 gun. And today we're gonna race and see which one's actually better. I bet you can guess, but we'll find out. All right, say when, Dalton.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
When?
I got all of the ammo. I cannot hold on to this gun. It's doing great though. It's still easy to control because of this grip. Polymer grip, but it's pretty damn aggressive. So even with soaking wet hands. All right, give me a beaver.
Ready? Stand by.
Targets. Works pretty good as a pistol, you know. Let's see how well it does as a shotgun. Am I going right? Yes, I was. Mr. Dalton, you want to try a bill drill? You try running this thing. We've been spoiled. We've been doing a lot of compensated 2011, so gotta get the feel for it, you know?
Ready?
Yep. First time ever pulling this trigger. Is that 8?
Put a 152. 132.
Good.
127.
Getting faster.
That's pretty fucking good.
You like it?
I actually really do like it for some reason.
What do you like about it?
That's why I said for some reason. I don't
You just
know.
lying? You just saying that?
No, I actually like it. It's trying to figure out why.
Yeah, you're saying you like an $8,000 pistol, you fucking shill? Dude, the internet is ridiculous. It's an $8,000 pistol. Yes, it's fucking good.
But no, the trigger's actually really nice. I don't know, maybe because it's tuned. It's slick as shit because, you know, the guys over at Terran Tactical Innovations make sure that they hand fit all of their guns and it's not a $900 Turkish piece of shit.
All right, so kind of conclusion. Obviously, there's some things I do and do not like about this. First thing being, we got to talk about the price. Everybody always hates the price. Every time we do a 2011, unless it's a Gersan or a Mac, people just get upset, and rightfully so. Pistols are extremely expensive, and for the most part, I tend to agree. The only like super expensive pistol that I'm like, I could see that, was the Sand Viper, which if we're comparing Sand Viper to this, it's not even on the same playing field. The Sand Viper is so incredibly good, but limited carry optics. Somebody that wants to carry a 2011, you can't do that with a compensator, so the island barrel makes sense. Terran's got, you know, his OG bob cut on that, which looks sexy as fuck. This is just an incredibly good looking pistol. Everything is incredibly smooth, and I love his RMR cuts. You can see the hood on that HD, it sits right on the top of the slide. You don't have that giant gap. It doesn't feel like you're shooting a 320 with a bore access up here. It's amazing. His triggers are phenomenal. Clean, crisp break, and a great reset. I love Terran's guns. I love the backstrap safety. It's like nice and loosey-goosey, so I don't really got to worry about whether or not I'm pushing that hard enough. You know, some guns are like extremely stiff and you got to squeeze the shit out of them or you're not getting your trigger to break. The polymer grips that Terran is using are fucking phenomenal. Like I said 100 times, about being covered in sweat is extremely easy to hold on to, which is also a pretty rare thing. Also, why I prefer polymer pistols, among other reasons, but they're just easier to hold on to. When you get into aluminum stuff, your hands get wet and they slip all over the place. Skeletonized hammer over here. The safeties on this thing are extremely nice. I wasn't finding myself bumping them on accident. They're easy to engage. Nice and clicky. Now, for those of you that are going to get upset that I'm doing another Terran Tactical video, listen, I do plenty of cheap guns, I do plenty of expensive guns. It's just the expensive ones are typically funner to shoot. So I'll do a happy medium. So for this, I'm going to counter it with a Mac. I'll do the Mac comp in the next video. Maybe the ones after that. I don't know. We'll see. I'll get some cheaper guns back on the channel. I know you guys like to see that stuff, but also, like I said, this isn't mine. It's, you know, so don't get mad at me. I don't own this. I'm just doing a video to simply let you guys know that it's going to one of you guys. So anyways, if you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, maybe share to a buddy. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time. I like the way you die, boy.
He was a good man. Why'd you do that? What?